GMS fam, what's happening, man? How's everybody doing today? My voice is still slightly off, but I'm good, man. GMS fam, what's going on today? I hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's passing off the positive vibes. Hope everybody is in good spirits, man. We only one day away from Friday, man, from the weekend. Hope everybody's getting to the money. Hope everybody's achieving their goals today, man. Shout out to y'all in the chat already. Coyote Cage, yeah, I know you got something to say. I'm waiting for you to speak up. Joe Blast, what's happening, man? What's going on? Sean, what's going on? Sean, man, what's happening, nigga? All right, look. So, we got some shit to talk about, motherfucker. I want to know how to pronounce it. Makia or Micaiah? Micaiah or Makia? I don't want to get it wrong this entire show. But the young, I'm gonna say Miss Bryant because I don't want to pronounce her name wrong. Been kind of staying away from this subject because of what's been going on around it. What's good, Brim Dog? Oh, you live in Ohio, so this is going down in your city, or in your state. But the Miss Bryant situation. You know, I have a lot to say about it. It's a difficult situation to maneuver around, and I don't want to say the wrong thing because I don't want to disrespect anybody. I don't want to, come off as insensitive. I don't want to say the wrong thing, because I don't believe she deserved to die. I also don't believe that the girl she was in an altercation with, I don't believe she should have been attacked with a knife. I don't know the situation as far as that. That's why I'm not gonna really. I'm not gonna say too much about the details. They shouldn't have been getting into it anyway. You know what I'm saying? These are young queens that need to be on the right path and do what they need to do and quit worrying about whatever the fuck it is that they worrying about to get to this point. I don't know the severity of the situation. Nobody knows the severity of the situation. I'm pretty sure we're gonna hear a whole bunch of sides of the story, but when you hear sides of the story, you got to remember that this side don't like this side and that side don't like this side, and they gonna have their own versions of how shit went down. And you know what I'm saying? You never know what the story is behind the altercation, but it ultimately ended in the police coming through and deciding to do what they do best, and that's shoot motherfuckers up. So of course, I don't agree with what the police did. I'm never going to agree with what the police did. There's only a few instances where I feel like the police do the right thing, and that's when they do the right thing. They don't tend to do the right thing. They tend to kind of overstep their power when they see a lane or a little opening, and they try to take that opening. And they say who knows if the taser would have worked or whatnot, who knows, whatever. But at the same time, this is a knife and this is a gun. Now, like I said, I don't know what happened in the time that before they got into this altercation. But the thing is, it's such a complicated situation to the point where I can't sit here and fully get behind it's fucking hard. Like, it's not that I'm trying to censor myself or anything like that or try to be politically correct. I fuck all that shit. I don't give a fuck. It's really that hard to kind of maneuver through. Like, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? It's really kind of hard for me to maneuver through. I don't know how to take it. You know what I'm saying? And this is really like this. So I'm not going to play the body cam footage if anybody thinks or wants me to. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. I don't like playing footage of people getting shot. That's not my thing. It's never going to be my thing. But let me know. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think. Sean said that cop did nothing wrong. He remained calm and didn't shoot until he saw a knife. Speak your mind, brother. This one's tough. She had a knife and was stabbing people. Don't think she should have died. The cop could have just wondered or could have wounded her. He didn't have to kill her. She caused her own death. You can't go around stabbing people. You can easily shoot someone in the leg or something. Coyote said, when I was 10, my mind was grown. Life never been a game to me. Yeah, that's true. Loke Dog said, I watched it. Yeah, it's very hard, bro. And the thing is, like, nobody's wrong in this situation, you know what I'm saying, with their opinion of it, which is why I'm not, you know, I'm not going around looking to give people rebuttals or, you know, to combat people's their opinion on it, because both opinions are right. She shouldn't have been out there trying to stab motherfuckers, and the cop shouldn't have been out there shooting motherfuckers in the chest multiple times. Like my man said, Brim said, yo, you could have aimed at her leg or some shit, popped her real quick in the leg, and just, you know, fucking take the chance on that. You know, you never know, you might hit an artery or some shit, but at the same time, you know, you take a less deadly approach, you know, when that happens. And, you know, this isn't me disrespecting or anything like that, but Miss Bryant is a bigger individual. So aiming at her leg or aiming at somewhere lower in her lower half, you can be able to spot, you know what I'm saying? You can be able to aim for that. Now, I'm not saying I don't want cops to shoot people, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't want them to shoot people unless there's a situation where a motherfucker has his shit on you, like a fucking mass shooter who is literally getting done shooting motherfuckers. Yes, unload, shoot the fuck out of him. But in this situation, it could have been less deadly force used. And she did not have to die in this situation. She also shouldn't have been out there doing what she was doing. I also don't know the situation behind the altercation. I can't really necessarily say she shouldn't have been out there with a knife. Who knows if before the cops even came or earlier in that altercation, somebody had a bat or somebody had a knife or somebody had something on her. I don't know. We don't fucking know. So we can't say what it is she should have been doing out there. What I do know, though, is that from the time the cops got there to when they shot her, it was her and another individual in an altercation where she had a knife and it looked like she was about to get ready to stab her. Now, the question has come up. Hold on, let me read some more of you guys' comments. My bad. Sean said knives are lethal. My cousin was killed with only one hit to the chest. I wish somebody was around to shoot the motherfucker that killed my cousin. Hey, I first of all, condolences to you, man, and rest in peace to your cousin. Bars to Market, I can't watch this stuff no more. Yeah, for real. Loke said it's hard because if he didn't make that choice, she would have killed that other girl. And that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to, you know, the question of, you know, the whole what ifs. You know what I'm saying? Now it's apparent if something's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't really the what ifs or if that girl was gonna get stabbed or not. We're pretty sure that other girl was finna get stabbed, the girl in the pink. We're pretty sure she was in the motion of getting ready to stab her. So I'm pretty sure she was going to get stabbed. And the question was that was brought to attention. Matter of fact, it was by the gooey raccoon himself, Aries Spears. He made the comment that really made sense. Like I said, I'm unbiased. Even though I'm a 5150 fan, shout out to Corey and everybody, I'm still an unbiased person. If somebody says something that makes sense to me, I'm going to understand that. I'm not going to be the type of person to be like, oh, well, still, it's fuck him. Fuck what you talking about. But Aries made a good point. He said, if you were that young girl in the pink, if you were that young girl's parents, and you pulled up somewhere and you seen that your daughter was about to get stabbed, literally in the middle of getting stabbed, and the police was there, what would you want the police to do? Stop your daughter from getting stabbed, or let her get stabbed because people don't want to see cops shoot people? That's a very valid question. And as a parent, it's like shit, because if that was my child, and if I keep it 100, if I walked up and seen my daughter in an altercation and the chick was about to stab her and the police was there and they didn't do shit and my daughter ended up getting stabbed up, I would be sitting there asking and screaming, yelling, what the fuck Why the fuck didn't y'all do shit? Y'all standing right there. Y'all got a taser. Y'all got a gun. Y'all got all mace. Y'all got all this shit. Why didn't y'all do something? So I'm not gonna be a hypocrite in that way. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be totally honest and transparent in that way. So I mean, it made sense to me, which is why it's a hard situation to kind of maneuver through, man. Like, no way in hell do I feel like this young lady should have died. But it's also a situation where we kind of have to almost chalk it up as another another police shooting. And I guarantee if they brought this to trial, they're not. I mean, there's gonna be no type of justice in this at all for her, given the fact that this is a totally different situation. I don't think any type of march, any type of protest, any type of anything, hashtag, no social media, anything. I literally, I don't think there's gonna be anything that'll help this situation. I think it's pretty much cut and said and done. And I'm pretty sure after Chauvin, it's gonna be a while before we see another quote unquote victory. What's up, Claudia? Let's see. It's hard to shoot somebody in the leg when they're moving. That's true. They are trained to kill. Yep, they definitely are. They definitely are trained to kill. Man. And then, like, in the video too, like when the cop came up, you see on like the body cam footage, like a dude is kicking some girl in the back of her head. I don't know, was that a girl? Like you when the cop came up, some dude like pushed a girl to the ground and like kicked her in the back of the head. Like it was almost like there was a whole all out brawl or some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was a lot of hectic shit going on. What's good, Casino? What's good, Louise? And hey, look, like Louise said, in that instance, I'm pretty sure that was a case of it was a overkill of serve and protect. I do not know how to feel about that officer. I heard rumors about the fact that after it happened, he yelled like "Blue Lives Matter" or some shit like that. If that's true, then my entire attitude about this situation is different. But I hear that the cop yelled "Blue Lives Matter" or some shit after it happened because of I guess when people, after she got shot, people probably got pissed the fuck off and probably came at his head or whatever the fuck they did. But that is it. That is a rumor. I don't know if it's true. Somebody should fact check that for me. If it is, I don't know. But they said he supposedly said "Blue Lives Matter" after he shot her. Like after a while after he shot her, I guess. I don't know. But if he did, like I said, I change up my entire tune about the shit. This cop was professional and saved a life. He doesn't deserve to be put in the same category as them other bullies and thugs we see on the force. I feel sorry for him. He did nothing wrong. Hey man, I can't say your opinion is wrong. He did save a life while ending another, and that's what makes it so fucked up. And I think a lot of the reason too is because of the climate that we're in. You know, we know right from wrong when we see it, but everything has been oversaturated and not oversaturated. Let me take that back. Not because you can never get enough of reminding people that Black Lives Matter. But the daily trending topics and everything that people are talking about on the internet, any news that breaks of a cop killing a person of color, we automatically jump to the conclusion that it was unjust, which you can't blame us for because of the history behind it. So I'm not blaming my people for doing that shit. Like fuck, we gonna get the facts later, and if we wrong about it, then we'll admit that. But when we hear about it, it's never wrong to just immediately go to what we know, because that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But in this instance, like I said, I haven't posted nothing about it. I think the night it happened, I posted up her name on my Instagram, and then the next day, started hearing more information about it, and it just drew me back. It drew me back. I don't get too overly emotional about shit to the point where I'm not trying to see things clearly. So I'm definitely one of those people that like to get information first. If it's not, presented to me in like the way where it's very apparent, like a George Floyd situation, Philando Castile situation, Mike Brown, motherfucking Trayvon Martin, motherfucking all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain shit where right off the bat. But when I saw this situation, it was just like, this is some shit that would like happen on a regular routine. Like, if there's an altercation going on, you see somebody with a deadly weapon, something that's considered a deadly weapon, being ready to use against somebody, and you use if you paid attention to the Derek Chauvin trial and paid attention to the use of force conversation, you probably learned a lot about the use of force and the different levels of the use of force that police can use. In this situation, he was supposed to use that force if he felt like he should have. Like, that was his option. So he could have pulled out his taser. He could have pulled out mace. He could have pulled out his baton and walked up and tried to, hit it out her hand, do whatever. But the quickest thing for police officers to do to shut down the situation is grab the gun. And that's what fucking happened here. Let's see. Supposedly that was the father kicking somebody. Oh, shit. I just think cops need new training. You don't have to shoot to kill at all times. Yeah, that is true. Black GMS, is that your merch? That hoodie is fire. This hoodie? Oh, no, I bought this shit from somewhere, but this is the merch right here, fucking the GMS jerseys right here. I just posted something about it. I posted up the prices. The website is coming soon, so y'all could be able to purchase some GMS merch, fucking the rolling trays and the jerseys and shit like that. But yeah, appreciate you, man. Blood Blast said, I think all these shootings are psychological operations training us to obey at all costs. The country is leaning towards permanent lockdown. That could be true. I don't know. I also hear that they are trying to pass something in Georgia or like in Florida or some shit that makes it legal for truck drivers to like plow through protesters. Basically, essentially. Like, of course, the bill doesn't say that because that'd be inhumane, but they always find a loophole to try to continuously remind us that our lives don't matter. Now, that's the fucked up part. Loke said he never said that. He didn't yell that. That's a lie. Saw around 15-minute body cam. He was calm, and I think he even felt bad. Yeah, I don't. If it's not confirmed, I'm not finna comment on that anymore, because of course the internet says a lot of shit, but I had to like put that out there because I read it and I was like, there's no way, there's no, like, he couldn't have been that bold. Like, dude looked like he's 120 pounds soaking wet. Like, if I was a regular citizen and I seen what he did and then he supposedly said Blue Lives Matter after that, fam, it's out the window after that. How about cops don't see black youth as children? I'm sick of the BS. That too, that is actually a fact as well. So despite if you feel like this was justified or not, it's a fact that police don't see black and brown teenagers or kids as what they are, teenagers and kids. They look at them just as much as a threat as a grown ass man or woman. So, it's also not out of the ordinary for them to use deadly force against kids. We've seen that. That's another historic fact. Sean said he even threw the knife to the side towards the father while he helped the first aid. That shows he was more focused on helping assist the girl that was shot than his own safety. Yeah, I haven't watched the body cam, man. I did watch body cam, and I didn't watch that full one. I only watched the one clip of him running up and shooting, and that was it. I didn't watch the whole thing, which is why I'm also not sitting here just driving down a point or a narrative that I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? If you guys know more about the situation than me, feel free to comment that shit and inform me myself. Because after it had, like I said, after the facts start coming out and I saw the video and I was like, oh my God, why does she have to have a knife? Like if they were just boxing, oh man, it's up for that officer. It would have been over. It didn't matter what he would have did afterwards. I don't care if he was on his knees crying, snotting, and shitting himself and apologizing. You know what I'm saying? If they had fist out and they were beating each other up and he decided to shoot her like that, oh, nigga, it's over. But she had something. And it was like, you know, you can literally only ask that question, like, why did that happen? Like, why in that situation? And then you have to also ask, like, did she know the cops were there? Did she know that the police had pulled up? Like, what was it? And that's the thing. Like, I want my people to know when the police show up where you're at, they are not coming to save you. That is not their intention. That's not their intention. Even if you called them for help, you could be the one that called them. That is not their intention. So when you are in a heated moment with other citizens, other regular folk, and the police show up, man, you better get focused real quick. Get focused. Don't even worry about nobody else around you, because now you have a bigger threat right in front of your face. There would be nothing for me in this situation. I'm speaking for myself personally, because I know some people just they probably lose it, they snap, and they just can't control themselves. But me in this situation, no matter what it was going on in that situation, as soon as the police rolled up, I'm knowing I have the possibility of getting my ass blown away. So if I have something on me, the first thing I'm going to do is drop that shit. Because no matter what, if I know that I don't even have to have this deadly weapon in my hand for them to shoot me, why would I have it in my hand to make it a definite, to make it for sure this is my death certificate in my hand? When the police pull up and you have a deadly weapon, that is your death certificate. I'm talking about my people, because clearly we just seen another video of a man with a knife going at police, and they didn't shoot that man once. Of course, he had the complexion of the protection for the collection, but it's how they see us. What happened to de-escalation? I don't know. That is a rare thing that happens with the police. That is a rare instance. They don't comprehend de-escalation because they have a gun on their hip. That's a power trip in itself. When you can walk around and legally have a gun and legally be able to kill people, shoot motherfuckers, de-escalation is the last thing on your fucking mind. Yeah. Loke said, it's a long video, bro. All sides prove that the girl was in the wrong. Damn. That knife changed the whole dynamic of the situation, and it was said in the 911 call that someone had a knife and was trying to jump and stab someone. Whew. Nuke said, this is a tough one. She didn't really give the copper a chance. Nah. Oh yeah, if they was just throwing hands, I would say it was wrong, but she had the knife going for the girl. She needed to take it. She needed to be taken out. That cop saved that girl's life. He did what was right. Hey man, These cops ain't gonna play with you. Too many of our young people think shit is a game. Nah. And that's why I'm trying to say it here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody comes across this video, please understand that the police want to harm you. They want to. They literally want you to give them a reason to use anything that they have on their belt, mainly their gun. They can't wait. I'm talking about any cop that hears on the radio, we have a situation, someone has a knife or a gun or some shit. They zooming, getting ready to be the one out there with their gun out. So, like I said, if I know I don't even need a deadly weapon for a cop to kill me, rest in peace, George Floyd. If I don't even need or have to have a weapon on me for cops to kill me, the first thing I'm going to do is not have something on me when the cops pull up. Like, there's situations where you can't control shit. Like, if there's a big ass brawl going on and you have to defend yourself until the cops come up and try to break some shit up, then yeah. But in this instance, in the police coming up, she could have easily stepped back. The other girl could have stepped back. They could have been arguing. They could have been saying whatever it is they had to say. But that girl didn't have to die that day. And I feel horrible at the fact that this shit happened to her. And I also feel horrible for the girl who was on the receiving end. You know what I'm saying? She has to go through that for the rest of her life as well, regardless if she had beef with Miss Bryant or not. You know, she had to watch somebody get killed in front of her. And while also thinking at the same time, hey, I had beef with that girl and I was about to die. She was about to kill me. So it's like she wouldn't be wrong to be like, nah, fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to Miss Bryant at all. I'm just giving you what it would be like if it was me. If it was me, I'm giving you an instance about if it was me. If somebody came up, we in an altercation, if we boxing, we fighting, and this motherfucker pulled a knife out on me, and literally right before getting ready to stab me, a cop pulled up and shot this motherfucker. In that instance, I'd be like, shit, damn. Wow. Fuck. I wouldn't even know if I should even thank the motherfucker. I don't know. I'd see a fucking, I'd be in front of a fucking dead. Like, it's like, it'll be a lot of fucking emotions. He could have shot a warning shot. Yeah, but that's rare. We have to think about, see, that's a lot of things that people do. They like to talk about what cops should have did, knowing damn well cops don't do shit like that. Like, cops don't give a fuck about being the de-escalation type or to be the one to let off a warning shot so that somebody doesn't do nothing. They love to use their guns. They love to use that excessive force. They love to do what they can. They try to find a loophole. They try to find that pocket that they can go in and that they can use to try to do what it is that they do best. That's pull that motherfucking gun out and let them shots off. That is a fact. Wonder what they did to Miss Bryant to make her start stabbing people. I don't know. That's why I keep, I don't know what it was that sparked that altercation. So that's why I'm saying I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to demonize her. I can't. That is impossible for me. I am not that type of person. I do not know. We do not know what the fight was over. We don't know what it was about. We don't know who did what first. We don't know who did what last. We don't know who. All we know is that we are here now. Another young black soul taken, but also one saved. Which brings in the mass confusion of how to feel about this shit. For me, especially for me as a black man, it's very hard. because I feel for her. I feel for both of them. I feel for everybody in the instance, because this is gonna be a mind fuck. People are gonna want justice, and people are gonna be like, nah. And it's not even. And this is a crazy instance because we aren't divided in a way where we know it's police brutality, and then there's the people like the conservatives and people on the right wing talking shit like, oh, she did this, she did that. Nah, it's pretty well divided between everybody in every race, as far as I've seen. Black people, white people, brown motherfuckers, it's all, everybody has a confusing feeling about this. But I just wanted to get my opinion on it, man. So rest in peace to Ma'Khia Bryant, Ma'Khia. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. God bless the other young woman in the video. God bless Miss Bryant's family, man. Very hard situation to deal with, very hard to maneuver through. I just, whatever your opinion is, man, just out of respect. Just keep it respectful as far as the opinion. Because I don't want to disrespect this young woman either. Let's see. Nuke said there is no such thing as warning shots. That's some movie shit. They are trained to shoot center mass. Yeah, that is very true. Claudia said back during my club days when there was a fight, someone shooting in the air makes everyone stop and run for real. But cops don't do that. But Loke Doc said the parents should have intervened. That's another thing. If the parents out there watching their kids fight and then the police pull up, like I said, as a parent, it's up to me to protect my child. So whether my child is the one being the aggressor or the one being aggressed on, it's my job to try to protect my child. I'm not gonna do anything to make anything worse, or I'm not gonna feed into the bullshit that's happening. Especially when it comes to young women. I don't want to see them fight. And I'm not sitting up here talking about, they gotta be prissy and just so sacred and so scared. Nah, girls can get it in. They can fucking box if they want to, but I'm not the type to sit up there and be on that and let my child be on that too. So yeah, you're right. The parents should have definitely intervened if they was there. They should have did something about that and should have tried to break this shit up. A knife shouldn't even been involved in this shit. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't never got that far. Parents definitely failed on this one. Let's see. Big Cannon, what's happening? Study of that man trying to kick that girl that was on the ground in the face. He should have grabbed the girl with the knife. That's why I mentioned that too. I don't know whose dad was it. Was it Ma'Khia's dad, or was it the girl that was about to get stabbed's dad? Because if it was the girl that was about to get stabbed and her dad was more focused on trying to kick some girl in the back of the head, oh yeah, he's a fucking idiot. He's dumb as fuck. You need to be over there helping your child. Your child about to die. But if it's the dad of the girl who had the knife, once again, you should have stepped the fuck in and been like, hey, give me that fucking knife. The fuck are you doing? Trying to catch a murder charge? You better put hands on this motherfucker. Now, am I right or am I wrong? I'm thinking from a father standpoint. Because like I said, I'm still focused in this shit. I'm not trying to lose myself in this shit. I'm not trying to have somebody make a dumb decision or a 1 second decision that will last them or that will end them up with life in prison. I think about shit like that. If I'm with one of the homies and we get into a fight and I see my nigga try to pull his shit out, I'm going to stop him. Because for one, that's my guy. I got love for you, nigga. I'm not trying to see you go down for murder or attempted murder or any of that shit. You don't need to catch a case. You know how much more satisfying it is to know that you ain't got to deal with the police or deal with court or deal with any of that shit just by stopping yourself from making one decision? That's just in my opinion. If that was her dad, He should have intervened and not let her get to that point. What's good, JG? Appreciate you, Brim. Yeah, hit that like button, man. If you hear, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, man. Coyote said, I went to private school, living in the hood. My mind can go left or right, but I'm smart. Hey, man, I feel like that's a mind fuck. That's a huge mind fuck. You went to private school but lived in the hood. Like, that's a mind fuck like a motherfucker. Big Cannon writes, so much blame to go around before we get to the cops, sadly. Yeah. Dip said, if the cops would have shot in the air and she still continued to stab or even kill the other young lady, then what? Exactly. And that's the thing. I think when people have their opinion on this and say that the cop was in the right or did the right thing, it's because of the fact that the other young woman didn't end up getting stabbed to death, potentially getting stabbed to death. Because she didn't get stabbed, and we technically don't know if she was going to get stabbed the fuck up. We did see that she was in a stabbing motion, getting ready to stab. So it's a educated guess that other girl was about to get stabbed. So, yeah, man. Yeah. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to Miss Bryant, man. Love and prayers out to her family. Love and prayers out to the other young woman's family, man. Very hard situation to deal with. Moving on from there. But also in the same instance, the police officer who was involved in this shit, he got some heat from a lot of people because, of course, the story that broke first was a young woman that called the police for help was the one that got shot. Now, so many different stories came out. I thought that was a separate story. You know, I thought there was the actual story about a girl who called for help and the police came and shot her in the chest. And then you hear that these two stories are the same. And the next thing you know, the facts come out that, you know, the young woman had a knife in the instance. And she wasn't even charging that police. She was about to stab another young black woman. And then what's even worse about this is, like, you know, of course, the conservative motherfuckers and the people that got something to say about Black Lives Matter and all that shit are going to be like, see, black on black crime. The police saved black on black crime. Now it's blue light. Nah, man, no, shut the fuck up. Not with that. How times have changed back in the days. The whole block would have came out and stopped the nonsense. We would have never had to call the police. That is a fact. That is definitely something that is lost out here. That is not a practice anymore with the OGs or anybody. The adults should have been advocates for their children's safety, especially in the presence of the police. Yeah. Like I said before, man, if I know the police are there, all shit is off the table. They are coming there to rectify the situation by any means necessary. So if you have somebody out there with something on them that is considered a deadly weapon, they are able and they are in their training and in their right to use deadly force against you. And it's even worse when it's us, because for some reason they don't remember that choice that they have when it comes to a white person. They don't remember that they have that option, but for us, they know. They fucking know. They remember that shit. They sure do. But regarding this officer, he got some shots thrown at him, you know, through social media, and I'm pretty sure before the facts had came out, you know, Lebron James, he tweeted out a picture of the officer. I believe this is the officer that was involved in the situation. People, he said, "You're next," and put a timer and put accountability. Now, of course, white people went crazy and was like, and did like the fucking stereotypical thing where they're like, "Oh my God, a black man said you're next. He's threatening the cop. He wants the cop to die. He's threatening violence." I don't know how stupid people can be. But you're next. Pretty sure he was talking about Chauvin. as in he's going to be the next one to face and be convicted on charges. There was nothing violent about it. I don't even know what your next means because we haven't been dealing with people killing cops. We've been dealing with cops killing people. But we got justice for George Floyd the same day that this young woman was killed. So saying your next is within the context of what was happening that day. But people are fucking stupid. And not only are they stupid, they like to run with the narrative. Like people, racist white motherfuckers hate LeBron James. That is a fact. So they didn't waste no fucking time. They didn't waste no fucking time to jump on that shit. Now, this is another thing. We just had the conversation yesterday talking about the 5150 show and what Corey Holcomb said about athletes speaking up, which is crazy because right after Corey Holcomb was going in on athletes about speaking up and saying what's on their mind, LeBron tweets this the next day. Or the same day, yesterday. LeBron James tweets this out. He got a lot of backlash for it, but then you can't say that he is inciting violence. You can't say that. He didn't incite anything. I'm looking at it in context. She had to be taken out. She gave no chances for the girl in the pink. She deserved no chances. Hey man, that's your opinion, Sean. Nuke says, scratching my head, celebs and others need to chill and get all that info before they post some dumb shit. That's a fact. I think he has a taser, or he could have taken out a knee. The field was clear to do so. That's possible. Do you need me to pull up countless videos of cops in similar situations and the person survived? White person survived. Yeah. I already seen them videos. He's already always trying to post a hot take. They're just looking to hate on LeBron. They can all suck a dick. I had to finish that for you, Claudia. Barr said LeBron is trying his best to speak for the people, but he is in a similar position to Nick Cannon. Can't serve two masters, unfortunately. No, you can't. No, you can't. And I'm not gonna sit here and say LeBron can't say shit. I'm not gonna sit here and act like we need to silence LeBron or no shit like that. But in this instance, it's just I understood what he meant, and a lot of people didn't. But that goes with the territory of being a black man who says shit that's on his mind. You are looked at as a threat. And that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is with that. I don't know. And then after that, LeBron tweeted some other shit because that tweet got deleted because of the controversy behind it. And he understood that people took it as a fucking threat for some reason. But where's his Twitter, man? Why did they make me lose his Twitter? Did he delete his Twitter? No, he didn't. He couldn't have. LeBron James, you better not have. Okay, no. All right, cool. Because I just saw his page and it just disappeared. But LeBron said, anger does any of us any good, and that includes myself. Gathering all the facts and educating does, though. My anger still is here for what happened to that little girl. My sympathy for her family, and may justice prevail. I'm so damn tired of seeing black people killed by police. I took the tweet down because it's being used to create more hate. This isn't about one officer. It's about the entire system, and they always use our words to create more racism. I am so desperate for more accountability. Now, that goes with what I just said. That goes with exactly what I just said. Let me see. He said OJ. I want to see what OJ said. OJ be coming up with them tweets, boy. Does anybody follow OJ Simpson on Twitter or know his Twitter or even know he has a Twitter? This nigga OJ always is on his Twitter giving hot takes and saying what the fuck is on his mind, and people eat that shit up. And I'm glad. I don't know why I'm glad he does that.
Hey, Twitter world, it's me, yours truly. Tough morning, listening to all the criticism that LeBron James is getting.
Nigga getting old.
I'm a fan of LeBron. I admire the work that he's done, how he's helped his community, and how he's helped his friends, and how he's been fighting all of these social issues, especially that of systemic racism in the legal system and with the police departments around our country. But you can't fight every battle. You know, you can't. You got to pick your battles. I mean, it's a war that must be fought, but sometimes you need to take your time and be a little more patient before you comment on some of these bad incidences that are happening with police departments.
Uncle OJ.
This one, LeBron should have waited. I'm a little upset with most of the media because they showed us edited versions of what took place with the girl with the knife. They made it sound as if this was another police officer overreacting and killing a young black American. Well, from what I saw when I saw the full tape, the police guy had no choice. He responded. We wish he could have pulled a taser. We wish he could have done it in another way.
Facts.
But in that instance, if he hadn't done what he did, it appeared to me if another young American would have had her life taken. And hey, I can't fault what he did. I wish it was different, but I can't fault it. But LeBron,
yeah, he's basically echoing the same sentiments as me. We wish that cop would have did something different because we don't need any more of this shit. We don't. Regardless of whether it's justified, we don't need any more of it. Plain and simple. And I'm pretty sure everybody in chat can agree with me on that. We do not need no more police killing people at all. We don't need them. We don't need them killing us. We don't need to continue on with this shit. I really hope and I really wish that it doesn't even have to take police reform. It should probably take everything that's happening in America for police themselves just to sit back and rethink what it is, the choices that they make when they interact with people, regardless of where it is that they fucking police. Because now they have a scope on them. Before, the police, they would get away with shit, but now the scope is on them. And it's not just here in Minneapolis. It's not just in Ohio. It's not just in Chicago. It's everywhere. Everywhere. And we got to make sure that we still continue to hold them accountable. We can't also use the situation as a way to pull back and be like, all right, well, I guess, they did something right. No, we still need accountability. We still need to stay on their ass. We still need to push for reform. We still need to push for better training. All of that, all of that, all the way down the line. Now, what I'm about to do next, I know, y'all hate this motherfucker. I do too. But I also want to see y'all opinions on this. I need to see y'all opinions on this. I want to know how y'all feel. So, of course, this funky fish, coochie smelling, rotten scoundrel, Candace Owens. And not just Candace Owens, but Jason Whitlock. They have been going on a tirade ever since Derek Chauvin was pronounced guilty on all 3 charges. I mean, it's expected from people like that. We already know what type of people they are. We already know how Candace Owens is coming out here. I'm not gonna sit here and pull any punches with her. I'm not gonna do that. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna make it very, 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 very clear. Candace Owens is a joke. Candace Owens is a clown. Candace Owens is a motherfucking house nigga. A coon. Massa's favorite pet. A white woman in blackface. That is no question about it. Now, what you're about to hear is this woman spew the most fuck shit you ever heard. You about to see somebody tap dance and clean Massa's kitchen floor with her tongue. I'm not kidding. You can hear it in the aggression in her voice. The more aggressive she got, the more loud she got, the more angry she got, was because she was looking at her fucking white counterparts foam at the mouth of joy from her talking all this shit about us, the Chauvin case, all this shit. They love it. That's why they continuously have her a part of their agenda. See, she's the black face that racist motherfuckers love to use to try to cope with their racism, to try to make it acceptable because somebody black believes in it. But this is somebody who has been conditioned to the highest degree, to no return. You talk about somebody that's not in the sunken place, she's drowning in it. Drowning. And she's welcoming it. Let's see. Please, and I for full discretion, man, I don't want to piss y'all off, but this is going to piss y'all off.
Kennesoans, you'd think in a country like ours, very top, I mean, this is the most first world country that's ever been. You'd think the most civilized and the most just.
Hold on. I'm going to blow this up for y'all.
Tonight to assess what we're watching now. Kennesoans, you'd think in a country like ours, very top, I mean, this is the most first world country that's ever been. You'd think the most civilized and the most just. Here you have to consider a murder case through the lens of politics. When you get to that point, haven't you already given up civilization?
Well, that's correct. And what we're really seeing is mob justice, and that's really what happened with this entire trial. This was not a trial about George Floyd or Derek Chauvin. This was a trial about whether the media was powerful enough to create a simulation and decide upon a narrative absent any facts, whether it was powerful enough to repeat showing and talking about a 9-minute clip that came from somebody's cell phone without adding any context, without showing the full, the full police video, which they could have released. They refused to release the full body cam, which would have added more clarity to the fact that the media was lying. The media came out. Let's not forget.
We watched an entire court case. I don't know if you did, Candace, but every single piece of video evidence was used, and we saw it all. So I don't know what the fuck she's talking about, but clearly she's talking to a very fucking stupid audience, so she can say dumb shit like that and get away with it.
Tucker, the media came out and told us that this was a man who was just getting his life together. He was a good member of society, and he got mixed up because a racist white police officer had it out for him and killed him. All of that fell apart. All of the facts came out, and all of that fell apart. We now know, of course, that he had enough fentanyl in him. It was 3 times the lethal dosage, 3 times lethal dosage in him when he died. But nobody cares because the media was successful in putting out a narrative, and they kept hitting that narrative. And the reason why the Democrats are happy is because they realize, of course, the media supports them, and now means the Democrats can get whatever they want because they can create a narrative, and then they can treat people like pawns and get them to basically say, if we don't get what we want, we will riot, we will loot, we will send these people out like soldiers to destroy your neighborhoods. And that is exactly what has happened. That has been the determination of this trial. The media and the Democrats.
Pay attention to this. Pay attention to this right here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going to tell you what it is. As she's talking about rioting and looting, they are not using any footage from this year. Now, there was definitely some shit going down after Daunte Wright was killed, but they didn't show any of that. And I'm wondering why, because that seems like something that will be obvious for them to do, and that would be to show recent shit going down. But they showed video clips all from last year after George Floyd died.
Democrats now have enough power to bully and to lie to and to create propaganda and to successfully win. And that is what happened. And they're celebrating that win today. This was not a fair trial.
Only one side.
No person can say this was a fair trial.
No person. That's what they love to do, too. Nobody would say that. What are you talking about? That's you. You and the people that never gave a fuck are the ones that say this isn't a fair trial. You. I don't know what the fuck.
3 steps back and acknowledge that only one side behaves this way. I mean, a jury in 1995 concluded that O.J. Simpson, despite DNA evidence, hadn't murdered 2 people, and there were no riots. But more to the point, there are a lot of people sitting behind, Trump voters sitting behind bars right now, have been for months, charged
She married to one,
effectively
Anthony.
with trespassing. We're not speculating. We've seen the charges. No Republican in the Congress stands up for them. Nobody mentions that. Nobody, is for prison reform when it's their. Nobody.
Hold up. I need y'all to hear what Tucker just said. Tucker is about to mention the mayonnaise terrorist who rushed the Capitol and broke into the Capitol. Watch how he tries to maneuver this.
You just got to take 3 steps back and acknowledge that only one side behaves this way. I mean, a jury in 1995 concluded that O.J. Simpson, despite DNA evidence, hadn't murdered 2 people, and there were no riots. But more to the point, there are a lot of people sitting behind, Trump voters sitting behind bars right now, have been for months, charged effectively with trespassing. We're not speculating.
Do you see how he's downplaying an entire insurrection? How he's downplaying hundreds of thousands of people storming the Capitol and actually breaking into it, getting a cop killed, and getting another civilian killed. Come on, man.
We've seen the charges. No Republican in the Congress stands up for them. Nobody mentions that. Nobody, is for prison reform when it's their political enemies.
Why would we be for prison reform when people tried to storm the Capitol? Like, that shows you how much they really didn't give a fuck about that shit.
That's not equal justice, but nobody says it. Why is that?
Because we have 2 pandemics going on right now. There's a pandemic of ignorance in this country, and that is only allowed to fly because we also have a pandemic of cowardice in this country, okay? So we have people that are purposefully putting out a bunch of ignorant claims, and then we have people that are too cowardly to stand up and say, you know what, this is wrong. There has been so much that has been going on in this country that is wrong. You talk about it, I talk about it, but we do not have people that are sitting in Congress that are willing to take this fight where it needs to be taken. By the way, you bring up Maxine Waters inciting violence. I'm so old, Tucker, that I remember when a man said march peacefully and patriotically to the Capitol, and that was considered an incite to violence, right? That was like.
How did she try to equate her being so old and try to make it seem like she went back a while ago to when Trump tried to say, hey, let's go to the Capitol peacefully, when that shit literally happened in January? Like, you got to understand how stupid the people are who watch Fox News. So, like, when you hear shit like this, of course we know it's stupid as fuck. This is idiotic. This is an idiotic narrative right here. It plain as day. But this is their audience, and they know that they can say shit like this, and people would think that they're right.
Like, oh my God, stop the press. Get this person disappeared from social media because he is calling for violence. Look at what Maxine Waters says.
Wait, I will say too, they didn't mention anything about Rudy Giuliani. I wonder why. Because at the same rally, even if Trump went up there and said we need to peacefully go to the fucking Capitol, right after that, Rudy Giuliani went up there and said we need trial by combat. Come on, you fucking look at this stupid motherfucker. Look at her. Look at her face. Look at her face. Look at her fucking face. Jesus Christ.
No one in the media is condemning these remarks. That same media that condemned Trump and his supporters for weeks on end is now defending Maxine Waters. And we both know this is not the first time that Maxine Waters has incited violence. Don't forget, rush down. If you see a Trump supporter, you got to rush them down in the restaurants. They're allowed to do this. They play by a different set of rules, but it's because we allow them to play with that different set of rules. They get away with virtually everything because we don't have strong people on our side that are willing to stand up. And that.
Yeah, because all y'all do is sit behind a fucking camera on Fox News and talk shit. Candace, where are you? Where are you? Why aren't you strong enough? You got a big ass following. You got motherfuckers that believe in the shit you say. Why do you care so much about what the media says when you have a whole big ass platform where people fucking thousands of people retweet you and like your shit every fucking day and be on your shit and listen to you and go to Fox News. Like, what do these people be talking about? What is the point of what they're talking about?
That it's a sad conclusion. It really is so frustrating. And the idea of martyrdom.
Would I hit?
Floyd, the way.
Would I smash? Would I smash Candace Owens? Let me tell you something, sir. Let me tell you something, sir. Candace Owens is like the bottom of the sewer. Please tell me which one of you would like to go diving into a sewer right now, this instant. Would you like to go dive into a sewer? Would you like to swim inside of shit and filth? Is that what you like to do? Because if that's what you like to partake in, please have at it with Candace Owens. Please be my guest, because I will not be subjected to that buffoonery. Candace Owens is trash. She is the bottom of the barrel. She is a nasty wench. And her vagina smells like fresh bass. Carry on.
Nancy Pelosi spoke about him. It completely forgives all of the trauma that he brought against his victims while he was alive. You know, a man that served 7+ stints in prison while he was alive, armed robbery being 2 of the reasons why, and now we're going to martyr him and say that your name will forever be synonymous with justice. Imagine, Tucker, if you are one of his victims that is alive, one of his victims that he armed robbed, and you have to hear that this man's name will always be synonymous with justice. How would that feel to you? I feel like we are living in fiction right now in America. We are losing this country, and we are living in fiction because people are not strong enough to call out this stuff. And I feel like I'm one of the only ones who has the courage to say I will not be mobbed into a different reality.
She thinks she's speaking facts. She thinks she's speaking facts, bro. Look at her face. She's like, oh my God, I'm going in. This bitch is stupid. I'm done listening to her. But we gonna go back to this image. Candace Owens is trash, and she will forever be trash. And I don't subscribe to her narrative or what she's pushing, because I know there's some people out there. Gun to my head, Candace Owens or Lizzo. For a fact, I'll wear Lizzo out. Fuck Candace Owens. Fuck is you talking about? Shout out to Lizzo. What was I finna say? I wasn't finna say shit. Fuck Candace Owens. Hey man, GMS family, man. It's been a good stream. It's been a really good stream, man. This is very informative. I appreciate y'all fucking opinions as well. Like y'all really showed up in chat, and you already know what time it is. I'm finna shout everybody else out in the chat. Everybody in the chat. And if you didn't comment, leave a comment under there. Leave a GMS in the comments, and I'm gonna make sure I shout your name out, you know, when I get to the bottom. But I'm gonna scroll back up to the top, and I'm gonna motherfucking make sure I shout everybody out in this motherfucker. Now, first things first. Let me remind the motherfuckers. It's the end of the stream, so let me remind y'all. Your boy makes a lot of shit, a lot of content. I got a lot of shit out. So, first things first, GMS episode 1, 2, and 3 is out right now on bandcamp.com. JR, are you still in the comments? Post the fucking link if you can. Post the Bandcamp link so they can go click on that and go listen to it. It's absolutely free to listen to and download. Or if you support GMS, you can fucking buy the fucking albums for whatever you want. Any price, $1, $5, $10, it don't matter. And if you also want to motherfucking support GMS, you can hit my motherfucking Cash App and fucking get it going in that way. Because motherfucker, this is the only thing I'm doing right now, motherfucker. All my content, everything is this GMS brand right here that you see. This GMS brand right here, this is what I'm putting all my energy and all my time into, and with y'all too, man. Like y'all really keep me going every day. The fact that y'all pull up to my motherfucking streams and pull up to the show and stay heavy in the motherfucking chat, that motivates me every single day to hop on this bitch at 3 p.m. and make sure I give y'all exactly what it is I need to give y'all. And y'all give me everything that I need, man. Y'all make sure that I stay on point. Y'all make sure I stay in the motherfucking comments. And we got a special. Tomorrow is Friday, so I want to do this. I'm setting up the Zoom. So if anybody has Zoom, or if you don't have Zoom, download that shit. Tomorrow is going to be the episode for my GMS fam. I want to get to know y'all. So pop up on my Zoom tomorrow. As soon as we go live, I'm going to put the motherfucking Zoom key in the chat. I'm going to pin it up, and then y'all click on that shit, and I'm going to have it open to my GMS family, and I'm going to get to know y'all. We're going to chop it up. We're going to smoke some shit together. It's going to be a good one. So make sure y'all pull up tomorrow for that. Now, also, I have a new video out. Come smoke. It is out on my motherfucking YouTube channel right now. I'm going to premiere that shit, and I'm going to talk to y'all. I'm going to shout y'all names out at the same time. So enjoy the video, and then after we get off this motherfucker, watch it again. Help support a real nigga out here doing this shit. Now, let's get it. Hey, shout out to Coyote Cage, the wild one. Shout out to Joe Blast. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Brim Dog. Shout out to Bars to Market. Shout out to Low Dog 606. Shout out to Claudia Garcia. Shout out to Bloodbath ENT. Hey, shout out to JR Miller. Shout out to Louise White. Hey. Shout out to Adrian Woods. Shout out to Nuke, dog. Shout out to What in My Pockets. That's a new name in this motherfucker. Hey, make sure you subscribe, homie. Make sure you hit that like. Keep building this motherfucking channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get it. Shout out to JG. Shout out to Dip Levine. Shout out to Anthony M. the Professor. Shout out to Big Cannon. Shout out to Ben Slim. Hey, 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 hey. Shout out to Khalil Day. King Lukey. Hey. Queen Kale's in this motherfucker. I see you. Elma Dixon Cider. Hey. Hey, Bad CD&T in this motherfucker. Joe Limbus. Keep putting them GMS's in the chat, baby. I see y'all. Casino Gotti. Hey. Hey. Said, who's the girl in the video? That's my baby mama. That's my baby mama. She cool as fuck. She did the video even though she didn't want to do it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When I say give me my flowers while I'm still alive, I mean weed. GMS, man. What's up? Let's get hey. Y'all have a wonderful motherfucking day. Y'all have a wonderful night, man. Y'all stay easy. Y'all stay blessed.